What's going on, you guys? Cutty from Cutty TV. I'm so glad to be back with you guys. Man, it's been a jam-packed May, I tell y'all. This episode would have came out sooner, but I actually just found out the gender of my new baby. So having a baby girl, her name is Layla. So that's why this episode came out a little bit late. We've been celebrating with family all month. We've been getting gifts and everything. It's just been a beautiful month. So I got another episode for you guys. I'm going to be teaching you how to make money without having a job. So welcome back. This is episode 5, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. I hope that you've listened to the other episodes. There's like 4 more episodes before this one that you need to go listening to. My favorite one is actually the one before this one, Creating a Business. I tell you about how I started Cutty TV and basically how you can start your own business. So if you've always wanted to start a business, then go listen to that one. But if you're interested in writing a book, then this is the episode you need to be listening to. So writing a book, I feel like, is another way for you to make money without having a job. And it's something that's an asset. It's something you can sell forever. It's something that will never go away. It's the beauty of a product. So definitely writing a book to me is something that I had to touch on. Obviously, everybody knows I wrote a #1 book called How to Become the Perfect Artist on Amazon right now, or you can go on weoncuttytv.com or theofficialcutty.com. You know, that's my official website. If you want to know anything about me, go on my website. If you want to know anything about Cutty TV, go on their website. Definitely tap in with us. So let's talk about writing a book. Something I think is very monumental. I think everybody who has a story, everybody who has a passion, anybody that could teach anybody anything should write a book. And it's something that can make you money without you needing a job. You don't need a degree to write a book. You don't need any kind of special training. You don't have to take a class on book writing. It's super simple, and that's what I'm going to go over today, because a lot of people ask me about my book all of the time, and they say, how did you write your book? How did you go #1? All of these other different questions. And I just want to start on writing a book first. So let me break down how to write a book, because it's honestly easier than you think. You think it's real hard and there's so much that goes into it, but I just think that's the overthinking process of a natural human being. They think, oh, this person reached this height. I don't know if I'll ever be able to reach that. Trust me, you will, and you can. So listen to this podcast episode, and at the end of it, you can become a book writer. So let's get started in with #1. This most important part to me. If you ask me, honestly, it's my favorite part. Yeah, I would say it's my favorite part. So the first part of writing a book is honestly opening up Microsoft Word, or you can even open up your notepad on your iPhone if you have an iPhone, or if you have an Android, if you're an Android user, you know what I'm saying? Very rarely do I come across you, but I do. And when I do, you have a notepad on your phone that's called whatever. But you can open up your notepad and just start writing your story. I think this is the most easiest part, is just starting with the first word. How do you want your book to start? What do you want people to hear first? What are you talking about? What is your topic? What are you passionate about? What is something that you want to write a book on? And the first step of writing a book is literally starting there, is writing the book. So go into that notepad, just start with the first word. And as you go, the words are just going to start hitting the page. I'm telling you, it's like, you don't know how to fully write a book until you're just writing it, and you're just sitting there and you're just flowing, and ideas are coming and words after words are following after each other. So definitely that's the first step right there. Everybody's been asking me, oh, how do you do a book? This is the first step. Open up that Microsoft Word, open up that notepad, anything that you can, write on, and write that book out. It doesn't have to be right, like grammar wise. You don't have to know how to punctuate your sentences. You don't have to, put it into this edited book version. You just have to write out the book. Do your part on telling the story. That's it. Because we're going to get into everything else later. But this is the first start. So if you're looking at a puzzle, this is half of the puzzle right here. You writing the book from word one to the last word is half of the puzzle. If you can accomplish this, then we're moving inside of a great direction. So now that you're done writing the book, again, don't overthink it. Just start writing. Just put whatever you want on a piece of paper and let the words follow each other. That's really how you write a book. Now, what's next? So I wrote this book now, and it can be as long as you want. It can be as short as you want, but I'm done. So I wrote this book. So now what do I do next? I'm looking to become a book writer. So how do I move forward? So now you're looking for a book editor. This is where the person that's going to come in and fix the whole story, make it sound like a real book. That's why I said in the beginning, you don't have to worry about, your grammar mistakes, putting punctuations, does this word go with this word? Does this sentence make any sense? This step right here, the editor is very important because they're going to fix anything that's inside of that story that needs to make it sound like a book. So you find your editor. Again, you can go on Fiverr. You can just find somebody. There's plenty of, English major people out there that, went to school for English and their job is to fix papers and stuff like that. So definitely contact someone like that. But you don't need an English major. You don't need to know how to write in a book format. You don't need to know if this sentence makes any sense. You need to write the story. The next step is you getting an editor who's going to now fix your story. They're going to make your book sound like a book. And again, this process, super simple. You don't need to know anything besides the editor and the work that they've done previously. Have you edited a book before? How many books have you edited? What kind of books do you edit? Do you do fictional books? Do you do non-fictional books? Do you do children books? Look for somebody that's in the same genre of book writing that you're doing so that you'll get the best product out of it. So you find your book writer. So now we're on step number 2. We got 2 steps done. We done wrote the book and we done found us an editor who done completely revised our whole book. And they're going to send you a revised version. So again, you don't even have to go in there and make the changes yourself. They send you one copy showing you where all of the changes that they made. And then they send you another copy where all of the changes are already made. So you can go in there, you can switch things out, you can do what you want. Now, what's next after that now? So I got this book written out, Cutty. It's fully done. This thing sounds good. I want to put this in the stores right now. So what do I do next? Now you work on getting your book cover done. To me, this is one of my favorite parts. This is like the creativity part. This is where you really get to show your personality. You get to really tell the story that you just wrote, because that's the first thing that people see. The first thing that people see is that book cover. So you wanted to not only describe the book, but you wanted to show a little bit of your personality. And again, this is not a hard process either. All you have to do is contact a graphic designer. You can find one that does books, or you could just tap in with the graphic designer that's around you. You may already be working with a graphic designer, and that is a major plus for you because you've already handled the third step, which is getting a book cover done. So you'll talk to a graphic designer, you'll tell them your idea, fully detailed. Again, let them know everything. You do a book cover one time, so you want to make sure that it's done right. So tell them everything that's inside of your idea, everything that you can visually see. Again, the book cover is the first thing your customer is going to see before they buy that book. So if they don't know you or they don't have a connection already to you, then that book cover is going to be that connection. So you want to know who you're talking to, who your audience is, and what your book is about. And you want your graphic designer to understand that because you want to make sure you're getting a return on investment on the money that you're going to spend. So again, you don't have to be an art whiz. You just have to know a graphic designer. Tell them your idea, fully detailed. Do not leave any details out. And again, it's okay to do a couple of revisions. My second book that's coming out, Guppy, it's a children's book. I've literally spent 6 months getting that book cover done. It's completely hand-drawn by an artist that I met overseas. And he probably revised the book maybe 20 times. So again, it's okay to communicate with your graphic designer to get the best book cover, because once it's done, it's done. You can't redo a book cover. I want to just stress this to you guys. Make sure you take your time with the book cover. The book is already done. You done already contacted the editor. They done already sent you back the revised copy. You like what you read. This is the next step. So take your time with it. Get a nice book cover done. And let's get moving on with the last step. So basically, now we're here. You have your book cover. You have your edited book, and your book is completely written. Now, what else could you possibly have to do? I thought this was it. I thought we were done here. Well, almost. There's one last step. So now it's time for you to get your book formatted. Now, a formatter is going to take your edited version of your book, take your book cover, put it together so that it can now become a real book. The formatter just, puts the paragraphs into a book format. There's obviously have to be that front page that has the chapters. Then there's a about the author page. There's a lot of things that go into formatting a book that makes it an official book where the publisher will approve it. So you just have to go get your book formatted. To me, honestly, this is the cheapest part of the whole book. I hate that this is the last process because it's the cheapest thing. So all you have to do is send a person your already finished book and your already finished book cover, and then they're going to turn it into a real book. That's all they're doing. So super simple process, takes about a couple of days. It's the fastest, cheapest thing you're going to do for your book. And then you're done. It's like, wow, we did all of this because again, the book cover you heard me, it took 6 months. Writing Guppy, it probably took another 3 months. Editing the book, that was fairly quick. That was maybe like 2 weeks. I'll say 2 weeks. The woman that I hired was very fast. She did a fantastic job. And to get the book formatted, maybe 2 days. Like, what? I went through all of that for the last step to take 2 days, and we're ready to roll. So you're going to get your book formatted. You're going to feel great now. You're going to be like, wow, I really have a book. This is really written. I can really go page to page. It says about the author and it has me in it. I see all of the chapters. I'm seeing chapter 1 and you're seeing how it's spaced. And you're really feeling like, wow, okay, I'm a book writer. It's just not official yet. So how do I make this thing official, Cutty? Because I'm ready to roll, okay? I've never been a book writer before this moment. So now the last step is for you to submit it to a publisher. Or you can go on Amazon again. I'm going to throw the Amazon way in there because that's how my book came out. My #1 book, How to Become the Perfect Artist, is available on Amazon or on weoncuttytv.com or theofficialcutty.com. And I uploaded it on Amazon. I'm telling y'all, it was free. It was easy. The only thing I had to do was answer a couple of questions about myself, like, okay, what's your name? Where are you from? Just publisher, author details that when you read a book, all of these details are in there. You have to do the description of the book. You have to put the title of the book. And then you just have to submit your formatted book. It was that easy. So I submitted mine on Amazon. I know there's other book publishers out there that do different things and come with different perks. And I wasn't interested in that. I was interested in becoming a book writer. So I went to Amazon. It was super simple. It was free. And my book got approved in 2 days. Now, when your book gets approved, you can set your release date. I believe the release date is really after they approve it. So you got like a 1-2 day window, okay? And you're officially a book writer. So figure it out. If you don't want to publish it just yet, then hold on to it for a little bit before you submit it. Because when they approve it, it's going up no matter what you say. So I timed mine's out. I knew when I wanted my book to come out. I wanted it to come out in April. I had just signed a new artist around that time. So it was just perfect timing for me. So we planned it out. I set the release date. Now, obviously, I did other things for my book to go #1 that was a part of the process. And then April 25th, 2021, I believe it's April 23rd. They like play with it on Amazon sometimes, but April 23rd, 2021, I became an official book writer. And April 24th, 2021, I officially became a #1 book writer. So it was a super simple process. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I still make money from my book to this day. We're still constantly pushing the book. We still want people to buy the book. It's changed so many artists' lives. And in that process, I was like, everybody needs to write a book. This process was super simple. Why doesn't everybody have a book? So maybe they just didn't know this, because again, it took me months to figure all of this out. You just got a podcast episode. That's crazy. I wish somebody did this for me. But happy to do it for you guys, man. This is another way for you to make money without you needing a job. That's the whole purpose of this podcast, is to teach you different ways of making money without needing a job. Now, I do want to talk about our sponsors of this episode before we get on out of here. So I do want to give a big shout out to Jersey Watch, the #1 independent blog for indies, man. They're over there really changing people's lives, man. I'm super happy of everything that they're doing. So go read up on their articles, man. They got a lot of dope exclusive content on there, and they really support indies inside of a big way. So go check them out for sure. And then definitely you have to check out Studio View, man. Cutty TV's first app. I just want to shout out everybody who's been waiting, all of the studios that are signed up, all of the artists that have been, signing up for early access, and also promoting it to their friends and getting their friends to sign up for early access. Man, I appreciate all of you guys, man. If you don't know, Studio View is going to allow you to book studio time anywhere in the country directly from your phone, coming very, very soon. So I'm definitely excited for you guys to get that. We are the first location-based app. So definitely go on Instagram, go to @StudioViewApp, and make sure you sign up for early access. But this has been another beautiful episode, man. We got so many more episodes coming as we go down this beautiful road of working, making money without actually working and having a job. All right. So definitely until the next episode, man, I'm your host, Cutty from Cutty TV. You guys can follow me on Instagram @TheOfficialCutty, or just go to my website, theofficialcutty.com, and all of my social medias are on the first page. And until next time, guys, this is Still Trappin' Legally Podcast.